then you already know the deal. But in case you are new, then my name is Brooke. Brooke. And I am your new best friend on the internet. Only the internet. Today's video is going to be the first of many, I'm sure, that you are going to see in this Airbnb, and hopefully one of the only videos that you will see that have this traffic sound in the back. But I had a couple of choices as to where to film today. I could have gone in my daughter's room in the Airbnb, which is same, like it's just right there, and it's on the road side, so that is quite loud either way, and she's asleep in there, so that's her space. But I could have also filmed in my room, but right outside that room is the loud, like outdoor fan situation, and like the one that's on all the time. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm not an architect, but it's like a big loud machine thing that's like outside of a home, and it just runs, you know. Even though I turned off the air conditioner, it's still going, so I'm assuming it just goes all the time. And so my room is gonna have like a small white noise when we film in there. But then there's this middle room and the kitchen that are actually like perfect, and I can close the doors so that it blocks that traffic sound a little bit, and unplug the fridge and turn off the air conditioning, and it's literally like perfect. So I'm assuming that a lot of, or most of, the videos that I film are going to be in that area. But I just wanted to film one tonight in the living room because my dog was laying in here. It's my first night. I felt like more safe being in the living room than, like, I don't know, I always get a little nervous at Airbnbs on the first night, especially. Even though I stay at them all the time, it's like, it's always a little nerve-wracking. But then, of course, once I came out here and set everything up, my dog was like, peace out, Girl Scout, and went into the bedroom. So, it's just us. It's just us here at the Airbnb. And I know I just wore these nails, and I think these pajamas as well. Not super recently, but within the last month or so. And I normally don't like to be a repeater that often, but today I was just feeling these nails. I don't know why. This was the vibe. I think it's because they make excellent, like in my opinion, perfect mic scratching sounds, and I was just in the mood to do a little bit of that mic scratching. So, I don't know. And then I just happened to be wearing these pajamas. pajamas. So, and this is not the intro, by the way. This is not like an explanation. This is just the video. Okay? This is just the video. So, yeah, no need to say any timestamps of like the video starts at this time. I understand if I'm doing like an unboxing and the unboxing doesn't start until 15 minutes and 21 seconds, then you timestamping it is doing the Lord's work, and I appreciate that. But when it's just a ramble video where I'm just showing you random things here and there, this is the video. This isn't an intro. You know what I'm saying? So, just clearing that up. And yeah, I'm doing this soft spoken tonight because I want to. And also I figured if I were a little bit louder, perhaps the outdoor traffic sounds would not be so loud. Now, when I booked this Airbnb, I was like, oh sweet, like, well, to be actually honest, it was between two. The one Airbnb that I was going to pick was like on the very end of a country road with like no neighbors and nothing around, and it was on like a 4-acre lot. And I was like, that's the one, because it has to be quiet for filming. It has to. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I can't be like in a downtown city. I can't be next to a grocery store. Like, it has to be quiet. And then this Airbnb was the other option, and it also looked like it was kind of in the middle of nowhere. So I was like, perfect, you know? So I was like, that's perfect. And I just kind of assumed it wouldn't really be that much of a difference. And the one that was like on the 4-acre lot was like $300 or $400 more expensive than this one for the same amount of nights. And so I was like, you know, it would be nice to have the 3 or 4 acres so that it'd be silent, right? That would be really nice to like guarantee that silence. But is it really worth an extra 3 hotel nights? You know what I mean? Because it costs money to come down here and like stay at hotels. It's over $100 a night. So I was just like thinking, you know, that's an extra 3 or 4 nights of hotels versus, you know, something that's slightly, possibly more loud. I did not realize that this road that this particular Airbnb was on was quite so busy, because it is literally like the middle of nowhere. It's not like a freeway or anything, and it's like farm fields on either side. It just is like, honestly, and it's not even super close to the road or anything like that either. It's kind of tucked in here, so I am surprised at how loud it is, but it's okay. It's okay. And what I almost did too was Airbnb has this option now where you can like book a stay for, let's say you're booking for 7 nights, and one place in the town is available for 4 of those nights and another place is available for 3. So you can book it like the one trip but with the 2 separate locations. And I almost did that as well because there were 2 other locations that were available that were like good. And I almost did that, but the reason I didn't, even though it was cheaper, I didn't book that because I was like, once we get settled in and we unpack our huge ass minivan and we like put all of our stuff in the fridge and wash all of our clothes and like all of that, I was like, 4 days later, I do not want to pack up that minivan and drive 20 minutes down the road to stay at this other Airbnb for 3 days. Like, once I unpack, I want to be here and I don't want to leave. So although it was like another $100 cheaper to do that mix and match deal, I was just like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But it would have been nice to do that in case something like this were to have happened, where it was like, oh, this Airbnb is great, but it's actually really loud because of this, or it doesn't have this particular feature that we could have used for filming. At least we would have had 2 chances of like it being the perfect filming location, you know? But yeah, it's just things that you think about when you're making these types of videos. There's so much that goes into it, and it's something that you can't ever trust the reviews about, because the reviews can say it's really quiet and nice, but they're viewing it as, I'm just a regular person sitting here watching TV in the living room and it's really quiet and nice. They're not thinking, I'm sitting here with a Blue Yeti microphone that picks up every single little sound, and I'm sitting in a quiet room like this, and I can hear everything. So it's something that you just wouldn't know until you got here. Or like I've stayed at Airbnbs before that I couldn't unplug the fridge for various reasons, and that was really frustrating, because one of the ones I stayed in Kentucky, it literally had a note that said, do not unplug the fridge. And I've had issues in Kentucky before with the outlets. And the outlets, like, unplugging things and then not being able to plug them back in. It's happened to me multiple times at different locations in Kentucky. It's like a safety feature on the outlets, and I don't know how to work it. So I was terrified that if I unplugged the fridge in Kentucky, that I wouldn't be able to plug it back in, and then I would get in trouble. So that was frustrating, but it's something that you would never read about in the reviews, like, hey, the fridge is really loud. You would never read about that, because nobody gives a shit about the fridge. Unless they're filming ASMR, then you care about the fridge. So I'm gonna reposition here because my foot is falling asleep, and yeah, I'm on this little chair in the living room, and there are actually lots of places to sit. There's a 3-seater couch, a 2-seater couch, and then 2 of these single chairs. And then there's a nice little TV that we could all be watching right now if we were all hanging out in here together. So if you are interested, please feel free to take a seat and we can all just hang out while I show you a few things, okay? I'm going to show you some things that I got at an antique store. Today, I'm also going to show you some things that the Airbnb host left for us to eat and drink, just because I think that's fun. And yeah, we're just going to be sitting here hanging out. It's not going to be anything too serious. It's just going to be a nice little soft-spoken, low-light, relaxing video that hopefully is as entertaining as it is relaxing, so you feel like you're just hanging out with a friend, also want to address the elephant in the room, my earrings. I'm not wearing any, and that's because I don't know where. I just looked through everything before this video because I love wearing earrings and I don't love not wearing earrings. And I looked through everything before I filmed this video and I can't find my big bag of jewelry anywhere. And so it's still in the car. I don't know how I missed it, but it's still in the car. I know I packed it because I even have a text as evidence to my fiance saying, I'm going to pack the jewelry later. It'll be the last thing that I have to pack. And then texting him like 5 minutes later and being like, forget it. I just packed it now because I was so terrified I'd forget it. So I know I packed it. It's just, I have to find it. So, yeah, but tomorrow we are going to meet up in the morning for coffee. Shockeroonie, Danny, Renee ASMR, and I are going to get coffee. And then we're going to go to a park, a little garden kind of thing. It'll be fun. So, yeah, we're doing that in the morning. And then, because tomorrow's going to be our first day that we actually see each other, and I didn't want to, like, work right away. So, as excited as we both are to film videos, I was like, we need to, like, catch up first and, like, talk first. Otherwise, we're just gonna spend the entire time we're filming just rambling, which is fine, but, you know. I do have a glass of water. I like this glass a lot. It's blue. And it's like crystally. And it's got this textured bottom, which is nice. The water is just from the sink, but it's pretty good. Better than the hotel's water that we've been drinking every night. The first thing I'll show you, you've already seen before, but I'm going to show you one more time because I'm going to give it to her tomorrow, and so I have one more chance to tap and scratch on it, so I'm going to take advantage. I made this little gift for Danny Renee ASMR, so hopefully you see it as a trigger on her channel sometime soon. Bedazzled this little box. And it has, let's see if I can get it open with these nails, little silicone reusable Q-tips. It's an inside joke. She doesn't know it's an inside joke yet, but it is. And yeah, I bedazzled the little box to make it extra special. So I'm hoping that she gets it and likes the gift. If you scratch it quite the wrong way, it will make like a scratchy sound, which is not good. But anyway. Now where to start? I have quite a few items here. I think I'm just going to start randomly. I'm going to show you random items. not in any particular order. We got Rosie a Pest Dispenser at the antique store today, which is so cute. Looks like one of my sisters. But it's just this cute little witch Pez dispenser, and although it is from the antique store, it didn't expire until October of last year, so I'm still letting her eat it because I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, she really wanted, apparently it's one of those things that she's always wanted. She's always wanted a Pez dispenser, and I've always said no, apparently. So, I mean, she's right, but like, it's not something that I've been actively avoiding. Like, no, you can't have Pez. Like, they're vegan friendly, it's fine, but yeah, she just really, really wanted one. So when we saw one at the antique store, I was like, okay, if it's not super expired, you can have it. And here it is. And she was really, really happy with this. Really, really happy with this Pez dispenser. Who knows? If she's a collector like Mama, maybe she'll start collecting Pez dispensers. I've seen it before. I'm sure she could or would do that. Also, this video is obviously not going to be the clearest because it is a low light video. A low light video. And when you have brighter lights, it makes the image quality much better. But yeah, we're not doing that today. We're not doing that today. So that's it. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you that I have not showed you yet is this little guy. I got it before the trip for her iPad that I wanted to secure. I wanted to make it safe because we don't even have like a glass protector on it. We don't have any kind of protection on the iPad. And I have shattered it once. It was in the center console of the truck. It wasn't a center console. It was like the seat. You know how some trucks will have a middle seat in the front? Well, that was folded down and the iPad was underneath, and I went like to reach for something in the back seat of the truck, and I like put all my weight on my knee on the center part, and you could just hear it shatter, and I was like, no. And the iPad was completely shattered. Like, not just shattered, but like chunks of glass missing out of it. It was terrible. So I did break it, and it was repaired. Obviously, it's looking nice. But I just wanted that extra layer of protection. And so I looked up iPad cases for kids just on Amazon. And this little guy popped up, and it's awesome. I feel like every kid I've ever seen has this, but I didn't realize how awesome it was until we had it ourselves. It comes with two handles, so they can like hold it like this, or they can carry it like this, or if they're watching it like this way, they can also just like have that extra grip on it. It has these little legs that kick out, so you can like set it up like this and just watch it. And it also features this strap that you can like just put around your shoulder or whatever and carry it that way. And it's been so nice to know that like she's not gonna drop it, and if she does drop it, it's got like, it's thick. It's this thick thing. And like even if she drops it on the screen, because it doesn't have any glass protection on the screen, it's like got this thick layer that it'll land on and kind of like protect it anyway. I don't know. It's really nice. I really like this. And I've been wanting to show you guys. Maybe I did show you once, but I don't remember. Yeah, shaped like a little alien guy. And it was also a good excuse to do some. It's funny, I can see me filming in the screen here. Anyway, who's that pretty lady? I also wanted the excuse to do some screen tapping. Alright. The bed is also really high in the bedroom. In both bedrooms, the bed is quite high. And Passport jumped on the bed earlier to like lay down with me. And I helped her up. I don't know if she needed the help or if I just grabbed her butt unnecessarily for absolutely no reason. But it's like really high and she can't like get a good running start because of the angle that it's at. So I did put like a little bench like right next to the bed, so I was like hopefully she can like use that as a little step stool to get up on the bed, because she can't sleep like on the floor. She can for little naps and things, but not for bedtime. And as a courtesy, I also did lay down towels in the bed, and a blanket, so that she wouldn't be like on their sheets or anything. So, not that you have to do that. There's no rule or anything, but I just, just before anybody gets all upset, I did do that. Okay, I'll show you a few other things. I know that this is kind of like a long, random, little chit-chat, little hangout. But honestly, those are like my favorite ones. My favorite kind of videos. So, yeah. Let me reposition again first, and then we can get into the other items. So, alright. I'm just trying to think of like if there's an order that I wanted to go in, but I can't think of one. I wanted to show you this little basket that Rosie got from the Easter Bunny that had a chocolate bunny-shaped cake pop in it and edible grass and jelly beans. All vegan, of course. And yeah, it just came in this adorable little basket with this tiny little bow. And I just thought it was the cutest thing. So I wanted to show you. Even though Easter's long over, especially by the time you're watching this, Easter is a thing of the past. But I just thought it was cute. Cute little basket. It makes good sounds. Let's see if we can move this a little bit. There. Because I think this is the position that I'm going to stay in for a little bit. So I want to be more centered for you guys. More centered. Don't we all? Okay. So now I'll show you a couple things that my host. Airbnb host left for us, which I thought was very nice. They left us 2 snacks, a salty and a sweet, and a bottle of wine, which Rosie and I are gonna love. Okay, so this is a Pinot Grigio from Winking Owl. It's 11%, which is nice. It says it's a semi-dry, light-bodied wine. I probably will not like this. I'm definitely a sweet red girly. More these days like a summer, or like a semi-sweet red. I like it because a lot of the time sweet wines are just too sweet for me. I don't love that at all. But like a semi-sweet red, I do enjoy. But yeah, this is very nice. Very nice. I haven't had wine in a long time, so I feel like I'll definitely drink this, but and it's got a screw top, which is perfect. Because I've been at so many Airbnbs in the past, in my like big wine drinking days, when I've bought bottles of wine and I don't have a frickin', what do you call it? I can't even think of it. A screw thing, a cork opener, when I don't have one of those. And I have gone through desperate means to get into a bottle of wine in an Airbnb in the past, using like butter knives and screwdriver that I found in the garage, I think, a nail. Like, I've used things to get into a bottle of wine. These days, can't even imagine that, but you know, when the mood strikes, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So they did give us this, which I thought was very kind. Setting that down. They gave us these crackers that we are definitely going to enjoy. We did not bring any crackers, or we brought some Ritz crackers, I think, but these are better, I'm sure. These are the Savor It's Garden Vegetable Crackers. And from what I am seeing, yeah, they're vegan friendly. Totally fine to eat. They must be humongous crackers because the serving size is 3 crackers and it's 60 calories. Girl. These could feed you for weeks if you were somehow like on a deserted island and had nothing else. I have a hair right here. I can feel. I just can't. Oh, I got it. Can you see it? Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, these are from Aldi. Okay. And then the cookies that they gave us, we will not be eating. I'll give these to Danielle, or just leave them here if she doesn't want them. But yeah, they've got butter, cream, milk, non-fat milk, milk fat, eggs, whey, tons of shit in there that I don't eat, so yeah. But they are these wholesome and crunchy cookie thins in the key lime flavor. And I thought that was so sweet to give us like a salty snack, a sweet treat, and a bottle of wine. Like, that's just so well-rounded, so nice. Kind of squeaking around in this position. I don't want to be doing that, so let me try to like get into a different one, into a different position. Ready? Okay, I have 3 more things. I have 1, 2, 3 more things. 2 of them I got at the antique store today. I'm so happy about it, you guys. And then the other thing CJ's grandma gave me, that I thought made good sounds. So, we'll do that one first because it's on top. She said that her sister was cleaning out her house, and she said, like, do you want to grab anything? And she grabbed this and thought that Brooke might like this, so I do like it for an ASMR video. So that's what we're going to use it for. It's this Estee Lauder eyeshadow palette. It doesn't have a year on it, but yeah, I don't know. All of a sudden I got the yawns. But if you open it up, it comes with a mirror and essentially 8 shadows, because there are 2 in each little pot. So yeah, I just thought that would make good sounds, so I brought it with me all the way to North Carolina. This must have come in a set of some kind because it says on here not for individual sale. So it must have come in like some kind of a kit or set at some point. Okay. Then the last 2 items I'm so excited about, you guys, because I have been wanting these for so long. I've talked about it so many times on the channel, especially when I bring out the one book in this collection that I do have, which is Wizardology. I have the book Wizardology. There's a whole backstory as to how I got it. You guys already know the deal. And if you don't, I'll try to remember to link a video down below where I talk about it. But it's like my childhood, nostalgic items from my childhood, and explaining the lore behind them. So anyway, I have this Wizardology book, and I've always wanted the other ones in the series: Ghostology, Mermaidology, Piratology I have, Egyptology, and Dragonology were like the ones that I was always wanting, but they're like expensive. Like, I'm not kidding. They're between, they originally, now I have an itchy nose, what is that? but they originally sold for like 20 bucks, but now I think they sell for like 50 or something. So I have not bought them because they're not something that I need. But today at Granddaddy's Antique Mall in North Carolina, I saw these 2 books. Well, I saw 3 because Wizardology was there too, and they were $10 a piece. And I about lost my damn mind. Because, like I said, I've been wanting these since I was like 8 years old. So there is Dragonology, and I haven't checked on these like to make sure, because they have like little flaps and stuff in them with like little things. Oh yeah, it seems to be completely intact. Almost looks like it's never even been read. But yeah, everything's here. The only thing is it has somebody's name written in it, which I did not notice. But Brandon, thank you for this. Dragonology. It was literally one of those things, I didn't even open these up. I just bought them. I saw they were 10 bucks on the inside cover. That's all I looked at, and I checked out. So, yeah, I'm glad that they're seemingly complete, although they do have the big writing on the inside. But I always loved these books because they have the jewels on the cover. So there's Dragonology, and oh my god, you guys, I can't even tell you how long I've wanted this, because I've always been obsessed with ancient Egypt. I find it so fascinating, and especially when I was a kid, I loved ancient Egypt, and I always wanted to go there with my sister so badly. You never know, maybe someday. But yeah, as you can see, it has the jewel. Obsessed. Egyptology. Another jewel. Oh, you know me, and a plastic gem. I'm a sucker. Let's see. Oh yeah, like, see what I mean? They have like little things in here that you can like, let's see, open up. Like inside this pouch is something, I don't know what, because I haven't explored it yet. But here, let me tie that back up. But yeah, and so I didn't even look to see if they were all complete with all of those things or not. But thankfully it does appear as though they are. These books are treasures. They truly remind me of like something you'd see in like a magical ancient library or in Harry Potter or something. You know, where they're looking through the book and she's like, Nicholas Flamel. And like they touch the like little thing inside. I think it's either like a piece of leather or something. Anyway, but they like touch the little thing inside the book. I always was just like, oh my god, obsessed with that. And this is very similar. It's got I used to want to be an Egyptologist when I was growing up. But then I realized that a lot of that and like a paleontologist, I was really interested in both of those fields, but then I realized that both of those fields were basically like being a scientist. And you had to do sciencey things, and I'm not a sciencey girl. I just wanted to go dig in the sand. That's all I wanted to do. Yeah, it says Egyptology, #1 New York Times bestseller, Dragonology, #1 New York Times bestseller, Wizardology coming into stores fall 2005. Wow. So that makes sense, because 2005 is when I saw Wizardology at the Scholastic Book Fair, and that means that was 25 years ago, which means, I was even younger. No, 2005, I was 10 in 2005, so I've been wanting these for 20 years, almost. And I finally got them today. They were meant for me. They were meant for Brooke. I'm gonna do a short form video with those on TikTok. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'll probably film that right after I film this. So if you hear me say the same things about these books over and over, mind your business. I only have a few lines of good material in my head that I can work with, so. Anyway, yeah, we made it. We made it to North Carolina after a long 3 days on the road. But we made it, and we're safe, and we didn't get pulled over. And I was telling CJ, I was like, oh my god, like, not to jinx it, but we made it all the way here without getting pulled over, without being like, oh my god, ooh, that was a close one, about an accident, about being pulled over, about anything like that. Like, there was not a single moment on the way here that I was like in fear, which was great, which was very great. So anyway, tomorrow's gonna be a fun day. I look forward to updating you with whatever information that I have in the morning or in the evening tomorrow. And I will be in a different location, so the traffic noises won't be too bad, but hopefully you don't mind anyway and find them kind of relaxing. Definitely check out my Patreon if you have not already, and I will talk to you again very soon. Good night, friend.